As many of you know, I sell a lot of collectibles. That's my main thing. And I got a couple of pieces which were absolutely fabulous, and I wanted to go into a bit more depth with you and show you who they're from, what they are, and why they are the price they are. Let's take a deeper look at some of these collectibles. So I have 4 pieces here today. 2 are Today Limited, a company called Today Limited. A lot of you will know them from the stackables they do. Mainly the 2-ounce stackables, like we have the beautiful 2-ounce stackable lion here. 2 ounces of silver, absolutely intricate and beautiful, very, very detailed, stunning pieces. But they've taken it up a notch and they've started putting mintage figures on their pieces. And 2 are from a company called Spectres, and Spectres have some fabulous 2-ounce coins. So let's take a look at our first piece. So the first one here is from a company called Spectres, and it was actually the Julius Caesar I was going to show you. And I thought, well, this is mine here, which is still sealed, but I'm going to open it and show you as well, because this was #1 in the series of the Masters of War. And this one here is Julius Caesar, which is the 2nd release in that series. So let's take a look at Julius Caesar, and then I'll show you the #1 in the series. Beautiful box, slide it out. And then you have your COA first. And the COA from Spectres basically gives you a certificate of authenticity. This is number 50 out of 500. And this is on sale in this Friday's auction. And it's Republic of Chad 2025, 10,000 francs, 2-ounce 999 silver, 45mm diameter, antiqued, ultra high relief, and a mintage of only 500. And that's quite important when it comes to collectibles, what the mintage is. Now, you'd think that the lower the mintage, the better it is. But if a mintage is too low, then they're not popular enough for people to even know about it, which means there's no buzz about it. So a 500 mintage is pretty good. Now, let me see if I can get this clear. There we go. Is it clear? Not really. There we go. Much better. Now, look at the detail on this. And this is what they do with their ultra high reliefs. Now, one way to preserve the memory of someone is in a coin like this. Julius Caesar, ultra high relief, which means it really comes out of the coin. It lifts out the coin. And what a detailed piece. And you can see many of his soldiers in the background and him leading the way. When you turn it around, you can see some scenes of the battles of Julius Caesar and the Republic of Chad seal. An absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous piece. So Spectres, for me, are one of the top people for ultra high relief, beautiful coins. But let me show you why I like this series so much when I show you the first in the series, which is Hannibal. And here it is. So Masters of War #1, 2-ounce 999 silver coin, Hannibal. So we slide it open as we did before. I'll place that back there. And here we have a little scan thing saying save me. Not sure what that is. And of course we have the COA, this time in black. And this is #3 of 500. Now the funny thing is, I gave a Julius Caesar as a present to a friend of mine, and the one I gave him was #3 of 500. So, wicked. Oh no, that was a Gong Gong, not a Julius Caesar, so that's cool. Okay, so the first in the series, again, 2024 Republic of Chad, 10,000 francs, 2-ounce, 45mm, antique, ultra high relief, and again, 500 mintage. Now have a look at this. I absolutely love this coin. which is why one of them had to be put into my collection. Take a look at that. Look at the detail of that with the elephants and everything else. Now, when people talk about collectibles, in my head, I average out £100 an ounce for a proper collectible, a proper beautiful coin like this. And it's understanding the work that goes into producing a coin like this. It can take up to a year to produce a coin, with the artwork that goes backwards and forwards between companies, getting the first run done, and then getting the final piece out. So it takes a lot of time, a lot of artwork. And look at that. Look at the soldiers on the bottom there, with the shields above their heads and the big elephant on top there. Warrior elephant. Absolutely gorgeous piece. And this is the Hannibal. So for me, I now have the Hannibal and the Julius Caesar, and I will be collecting this series as it comes out. So that's Spectres with 2 of their coins from the series of Masters of War. Let's take a look at another one of their series. And this one here is Gong Gong. And this is the God of Water, 2 ounce 999, again from Spectres. Now, they haven't put a series name like they did on the other one, which was called Masters of War. So I don't really know what this series will be or how many are in them. But let's take a look at the actual coin, which is absolutely stunning. So let's take out the COA first. Again, standard COA as from Spectres. This is number 27 of 500. And same sort of details with a mintage of 500 and a 2025 coin. But have a look at this. What a stunning piece. This is Gong Gong. Absolutely beautiful. The detail, again, look at the high relief on that. And this is what I mean about collectibles. If you can afford these, if they're within your budget and you like them, I don't see what's wrong with them. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. But remember, this isn't an investment as in bullion. Some of these go up in price massively, don't get me wrong. But you can also get others that drop in price. But as a collectible, beautiful piece of artwork, just look at how that serpent wraps around itself there. Just stunning. So as a beautiful art piece, phenomenal. And then on the other side, we have the multi-headed Hydra type creature there. And again, even looking at the scales and the way they've done it, looks like they've got armored bodies. Just stunning. And look for the detail really deep in it, and you will see some amazing stuff. And that's another beauty of these coins, that as you look deeper, you find more and more stuff that just takes your breath away. So this is another one which is available in the auction. Gong Gong from Spectre. Now, coming away from Spectre and moving to a South Korean mint, which is one of my favourite mints, and that is Today Ltd. And as I said, they have brought out and are mostly known for the beautiful 2 ounce stackers that they have. As I said, like the lion hair, absolutely gorgeous. The tiger, and all of these are available on the auction. And also things like St. Gabriel's sword, or the sword series. We had St. Michael's, St. Gabriel's, the halberd, and also St. Uriel's sword coming out. 2.5 ounce sword there. And things like the Crusader shield. But as I say, they're taking it up a notch now, because they've gone into starting to put mintages on their pieces, which I think were well deserved, and really producing some stunning pieces. Have a look at this. This here is the Griffin. It is a straight up 2 ounce stackable, like the others. So it comes in the capsule. It has been colorized on the wings, the tail and the body, as you can see. The mintage on this is 3,000. Absolutely stunning piece. And we'll turn it around so you can see when we say stackable what we mean. They have a hollowed out sort of reverse of the actual piece, and you could potentially buy several of these and stack them on top of each other. Now, would you do that? I doubt it. I definitely wouldn't. But what they've done to make this very special in this series is they've put it on this beautiful pedestal. And this is not a cheap plasticky pedestal. It has some decent weight to it and it's really nice. And that's the effect you get from the griffin on the pedestal. Now, there has been a 3-ounce dragon released in this series, which is of mythical creatures. And there is a Cerberus, the multi-headed dog. And all of them come on the pedestal. So this is going to make a great display when it actually completes in the series. I am keeping one of these for myself. I sold a couple on Whatnot and I only have one left for the auction. And I will be getting the dragon and the Cerberus as well for sale and for myself. I love this collection and I've got to have it. So I actually think this is one of the most beautiful pieces they've brought out. And I think the design of this marbled pedestal just gives it another level. Absolutely gorgeous. But that's not the only piece that they brought out which made me go, yeah, I like that. This is another level. Let me put this one over here. This is a new one in their collection, or a new series they brought out, and it is called the Divine Weapons. Now, as I say, they brought out the angel weapons, which was St. Michael's sword, Gabriel's sword, the halberd, and St. Uriel's sword, which we will be getting soon. But now they've brought out a collection called the Divine Weapons. Now, with this collection, you get it in the bullion, which is like these. You'd get it like this, but in a black box, and it's straight up silver. And these look stunning, just like that. And I will be getting the bullion version of this sword I'm going to show you. But this one here is the gold gilded version with a mintage of only 500. But they haven't just done an amazing thing with the silver. Even the packaging is a bit special. So you take off that little sleeve. And I want to make sure I get this all in the picture. And then you open the box like that. And there it is. It pops up. So how amazing is it? Just the way they've done that as well. Just stunning. It just gives it that real class feel straight from the off. Now again, a lot of you are going to be upset with me. I had 5 of these. One went straight into my stack. This one here is straight into my stack. And I had 4 left. And I sold 3 of them on Whatnot. And then I have kept one for this Friday's auction. So there is only 1 left of these available. And as I say, with a mintage of 500, this is something very, very special. So let's pull out the COA first. Here it is. And there it is, by Today Limited. Your tomorrow depends on today. Design and produce silver products expertly crafted with precision and quality to create lasting masterpieces. And I tell you, that little tagline there is absolutely perfect because it is so true. The weight of this one is 2 ounces. Metal AG silver 0.999. Size 44 by 180 millimeters. I can't give you a diameter. Mintage 500. And the finish is partial gold gilt. Or gild, as some of us would say. So we pull this out. And I'm going to take it out of the box. It comes in a beautiful capsule. So totally square or rectangular capsule. But have a look at that. What an amazing, amazing piece. So this is the Thunderbolt. and it is gorgeous. The edges on it are just superbly done. And if you like weapons like me, this is something else, and just something I had to have. And as I say, this is the gold gilded version, which has a mintage of only 500, but you do get the bullion version as well. So an absolutely superb piece. And as I say, that comes in a capsule, so you can turn it around both ways. A lot of people get these confused with Comsco. Today Limited is not Comsco. They are two separate companies, though they do work with each other on certain occasions, and they are both South Korean. But they are not the same company, and this is not Comsco. This is Today Limited. 2 ounces of beautifully crafted silver with gold gilding on the piece. Gorgeous. Right, so there's just a few of the collectibles that I picked up recently. Let's close this a little bit so I can put it in the display for you. There we go. Well, let me know in the comments what you think of these collectibles. I think they are absolutely fabulous. I think they are beautiful. Now, just to let you know that I will be opening 11 of these Marvel Infinity Saga trading coins. If you've seen these before, they are great unboxings. I'm doing a live. If you're watching this on Wednesday, it will be tonight at 7:30. So though I am releasing this video on Tuesday, it is going to be Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I'll do it. 7 o'clock will be the live unboxing of 11 of these Infinity Saga Marvel boxes. And for those of you who haven't seen them before, a brief description is when you open them up, you always get a green, which is a common. And I say common, but the mintage on these are still only 250. I collect all of the greens and oranges. You're guaranteed to get a green and an orange at a minimum. All right, but if you manage to pull out a red, a blue, or a purple, you are going to get a lot of money's worth of coin, because these are highly collectible. The reds are only 50 mintage. The blues are only 30. So each of these, there's 30 in the world. That is all. And then the purple gold gilded, there is only 20 in the world. And then, of course, as some of you saw on the Disney, I managed to get one of these, the quarter gold of 10 mintage only. And on the Disney ones, I pulled a gold quarter and a gold gilded, and they sold for $20,000. I'll be opening these Wednesday night, I think the 8th of April. And I hope you'll join me for that at 7 o'clock. It's going to be a lot of fun.